An instructional assistant assigned to Condor Elementary School has been arrested for investigation into reported sexual abuse of a developmentally disabled student under the age of 14. On May 13th, the Oceanside Police Department contacted the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department with a report of sexual abuse of a child. The Sheriff's Department said that the victim is a developmentally disabled student and under the age of 14 years old. The child attended Condor Elementary School in 29 Palms. The Sheriff's Department said that the abuse occurred during school hours and that the suspect was employed at the school. School Resource Officer Deputy Stumbo and Detective Winigar of the Sheriff's Specialized Investigations Division Crimes Against Children Detail conducted a joint investigation into the allegations. They identified the suspect as Isaac Carrillo, a 28-year-old resident of 29 Palms. The Sheriff's Department said that Carrillo has been employed by the Morongo Unified School District since 2018 and has worked at multiple school sites throughout the Morongo Basin. They said his most recent assignment involved serving as a one-on-one instructional assistant for developmentally disabled students. Carrillo was taken into custody on July 1st at Sheriff's Headquarters. Z107.7 contacted the MUSD regarding Carrillo's employment status. They have not yet responded. Isaac Carrillo was arrested on 3 charges related to the sexual abuse of a minor and is currently being held on $500,000 bail. Based on the details of this investigation, detectives believe there may be additional victims. The Sheriff's Department has released Carrillo's photograph, which you can see at our website, Z107.7fm.com. They encourage anyone with information or who believes they or someone they know may have been victimized to contact School Resource Officer Deputy Stumbo at the Morongo Basin Station at 760-366-4175. A burglary investigation in Landers led to the arrest of 2 people and the seizure of drugs and guns. Robert Hayden has more.
On Saturday, July 25th at around 5:30 p.m., San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies responded to a report of a residential burglary in the 1700 block of Jemez Trail in Landers. Deputies identified the suspect as Johnny Francis, a 24-year-old resident of Landers. Deputies say that Francis forcibly entered the victim's home, damaged property, and stole a number of items before fleeing. The victim was not injured during the alleged break-in. Deputies located Francis at a home in the 2000 block of Torrey Lane in Landers. They say they searched the home and found evidence linking Francis to the burglary, including property taken from the victim's home. Deputies say they found a suspected methamphetamine, fentanyl, and firearms inside the home. Francis was taken into custody along with the second person in the home, identified as Nicole Solette, a 33-year-old resident of Landers. Johnny Francis was arrested on suspicion of first-degree burglary, possession of a stolen vehicle, and probation violations. Francis has previous convictions for grand theft and receiving stolen property. He is being held at the West Valley Detention Center without bail. Nicole Solette was arrested on suspicion of being in possession of a controlled substance while armed. She was booked at the Morongo Basin Jail and has been since released on bail. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
The National Weather Service has issued an extreme heat warning for today that will remain in place until Sunday night. This is the second extreme heat warning this week, as one just ended on Monday night. The National Weather Service says that dangerously hot conditions are expected and temperatures are predicted to peak at 117 degrees in 29 Palms. The 29 Palms Senior Center operates as a cooling center most weekdays. It's located at 6539 Adobe Road. For more information, you can call 760-361-1410. Yucca Valley will be continuing their standard cooling protocols, offering town offices as cooling areas. They'll be open during normal business hours with lobby areas to accommodate those wishing to get out of the heat. The Yucca Valley Community Center is open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The High Desert Nature Museum is open Wednesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. In Landers, Belfield Hall will remain open as a cooling center from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. until the warning ends. The Belfield Hall Cooling Center is on Rishi Road, 1 block east of the Landers Post Office. For more information or to arrange a ride, call 760-449-4048. And libraries countywide, including the Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree, and 29 Palms branches, are all open as cooling centers during normal business hours Monday through Thursday and Saturdays. Two environmental organizations filed a lawsuit against the federal government and the Trump administration related to approvals granted for a water pipeline project. The lawsuit was filed in Los Angeles Superior Court on Tuesday by the Center for Biological Diversity and the Sierra Club, represented by Earth Justice and Center attorneys. Their lawsuit says that the Federal Bureau of Land Management's approval of the Cadiz water project pipeline ignores the project's significant environmental harms and violates the National Environmental Policy Act and other laws governing public lands. On July 10th, Cadiz Incorporated announced via press release that they received a new approval from the federal government on a pipeline project that could impact aquifers surrounding Joshua Tree National Park. That approval from the United States Bureau of Land Management allows Cadiz Incorporated to begin converting the Cadiz Northern Pipeline from natural gas to water conveyance. This is the latest approval of the Cadiz Company's pipeline proposal for the area, which has been challenged in court and faced a series of setbacks and approvals over the last 30 years. The general scope of their proposal has been to pump water from the Cadiz aquifer via pipeline to coastal communities, though the specifics of this plan have changed over the decades. As part of their lawsuit, the Center for Biological Diversity says that the pipeline crosses Mojave Trails National Monument and other protected federal public land in southeastern California. Lisa Belenke, a senior attorney at the Center for Biological Diversity, said in a statement, quote, "Courts have repeatedly ruled against the Cadiz project, and yet the federal government is ignoring the consequences of this disastrous groundwater pumping scheme. Desert creatures like the bighorn sheep won't survive if key springs and seeps they need are lost." Tomorrow, Mason Osgood from the National Parks Conservation Association will be the guest on an interview during the Up Close Show hour at 10 a.m. Mason is the California Desert Program Manager for the National Parks Conservation Association, a nonprofit partner of national parks like Joshua Tree. Tune in to listen to discussion of what's next with the possible Music Valley Mine project that has staked claims outside of the national park and 29 Palms, along with other public lands updates. That's happening tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Z107.7 FM. The show will be available later on tomorrow as a podcast. You can get caught up on the Music Valley Mine project by listening to a previous interview with the NPCA. You can find links at z1077fm.com. And finally, the curator behind a new dog-friendly art show will be throwing curious audiences a bone with an art talk tonight. The mastermind behind High Desert Artist Gallery's current exhibit, Like a Dog, curator Janice Tatel will discuss her unconventional path from the suburbs of New Jersey to curating exhibitions in the California high desert. Following the presentation, visitors are invited to meet Tatel and many of the artists featured in the exhibition during a signing of Over the Line, an exploration of art, expression, and activism. Admission is free and open to the public. It's happening today at 6 p.m. at High Desert Artist Gallery, located at 55635 29 Palms Highway in Yucca Valley. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.